Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. It is I, troopersjp, and thank you for joining me as I play through Sundial Games' 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, which is a 365-day solo TTRPG where I play a villain. That's just how the game goes. We're playing villains, and I am playing Shade Murdstone, a shadow elf bone caller, which is a mix between, in my mind, a bard and a necromancer. And we are in, we're in a new month, and this is, so just so you know, we are, basically there was an evil overlord who ruled the land of Saraku and was destroyed by the heroes of the light. And we are out for revenge. We're out to try to rebuild the evil empire and then also become the new evil overlord. And we have so far, we went to an underground spider city to try to get help from the Venom King. The Venom King said no. And so then we went to go and try to recapture a small town of Saltwind, which was a port city, which we did, and we subjugated all of the people. And it looks like we are back at the Dark Citadel, which we are rebuilding for today, which is Wednesday, April the 1st, 2026, also known as Wednesday Stormfall 1. So, let us begin. So we have today the Dark Citadel, and there are no little symbols, but it says, "The castle still bears the scars of battle, but the first steps toward its revival have begun. Rubble is cleared, defenses are patched, and the halls echo once more with the footsteps of those who would see it rise again. It is no longer a tomb of the past, but a foundation for the future." Oh, that's nice. Congratulations, you've gained enough experience to increase your villain level. Follow the instructions for leveling up, then take a rest. Okay, well, that's great. I am into it. So we are now increasing our level from 2 to 3. So here's how we do level ups. First things first, I've got my little booklet. We increase our traits, strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, that sort of a thing. We increase that by 2. We get 2 points. What I'm going to do is, because I have that one surge that lets me put whatever my dex bonus is on any other d20 roll that is not a dex check, I will increase my dex from 3 plus 3 to plus 4. That's one of them. And then for the other one, I want to shore up some of my weaknesses. And I have a -1 in strength. I have a -2 in constitution, which due to my equipment is -1, and I have a -1 in int, which due to my equipment is a 0. And since we've had to intimidate a couple of times, or at least want that opportunity, I'm going to increase my strength so it goes from a -1 to a 0. Okay, that will be our traits level up. The next thing is our stats, which is health, defense, attack, damage. Okay, we have 18 points, and it costs a certain level of points to do random things. So here's the thing. There are limits in how much you can increase things per level. And I'm going to note this, right? So you can increase your max hit points by 6 per level, and it's 1 point per HP. You can increase your defense by 2 per level, and it's 3 points per level. And that's the same with attack. And you can increase your damage by 2, and it costs 5 points per level. So I think that damage is important, so I'm going to increase my damage 2 steps, and increasing it 2 steps will bring it from the 1d12 that I had, plus 1, to 2d8 plus 1. So we're going to go from 1d12 to 2d8, and then we have 8 points left, and I will increase my attack by 1, bringing my attack to a +5, and then I will increase my defense by 1, bringing my defense to +3, +4 because of my gear. And that leaves me with 2 points, which I will use to increase my hit points from 17 to 19. I think that's pretty decent. So that will be our traits, and then we go up with surges. With level 3, I now have 3 surges that I can spend. Cool, rather than 2. And then we get abilities. At level 3, we get 3 ability points to spend on, things like persuasive, which could be useful, or any other number of abilities, including surge abilities. But I've decided I know what I want to do. There are a lot of different abilities, and I think what I'm going to do is some really powerful abilities, which would be very cool. But what I want to do is there are 3 boon abilities. One is second boon, which lets you have 2 boons rather than 1. One is boon heal, which lets you spend a boon to restore up to 1d4 health. And then one is a currency boon, which lets you spend a boon to gain 1d4 gold. So I'm going to spend all 3 of my ability points to get those 3 boon abilities. And here's why. I'm always really reluctant to spend a boon because I only have 1 of them, but if I have 2 of them, then I will feel really comfortable spending them. At least 1 of them. I can always spend 1 if I need to, and I think it'll make me more likely to spend them. If I have 2, then I think I would like to be at 1 most of the time, so that if I get 2, I can be like, oh, I'm not in a battle right now, let me just spend some to get more gold, or I can spend some to heal, or I can spend them for a roll. And then I'll go back down to 1. If I really need that next boon, I can. But I think that's a good idea for me. I do want to get more minion stuff, but I will get that later. I just want to spend my ability points to just make my boons more useful. Those are the abilities. That's it for leveling up. Done. But it's not actually over, because it also notes that you get to take a rest. And I will take a rest. Boom, rested. Which means, I'm actually pretty good, but everything resets. But also, all of my minions' abilities reset, all their energy, and I can also swap out minions, I'm pretty sure, on a rest. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I had this, in terms of henchmen, they're all there, and I have no extras to swap out, but I have 1 extra little pet, and I'm going to swap out my Skull Drake, which gives me a bonus to stealth and survival, for my little Snaggle Claw, which gives me a bonus to persuasion and animal training. So I'll just swap them out. Done. Now, I will note the following. Since we have just had a rest and everybody's all full up on energy, I do want to, considering how little gold I have right now, I would like to go to my party, and I have that wonderful Stabatha. Stabatha lets me just use energy to get gold. And what I would like to do is, she has 4 energy, and I would just like to use all 4 of her energy to give myself 4 gold, which will bring my gold, let me look, from 1, 2, 3, 4, to 6. So my gold goes from 2 to 6, so I have some gold, because I just used up all of Stabatha's energy, which I feel good about. And I believe that is the end of today. Thank you for being here. It was a little short, sweet. And I will, that's it. I will, if you like this, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you tomorrow for more The Souls of Saraku. Thank you, everybody. Okay, bye.